Well, we talked to your old pal Brendan Ryan today, and one of the things we talked to him about was his new double play partner, Nick Franklin, and kind of the larger issue with Mike Zunino. Mariners were talking about the game they played last night. We're taping this on Thursday. Zunino nearly had what would have been a home run that would put him in the lead, except for Mike Trout tracking it down, making a great play. But he's been good in his first week up. Nick Franklin's been good in their first couple of weeks up. And kind of the question is, how do you factor all this into evaluations with Jack Z?
Well, and Jack has taken a beating for the failure so far of Ackley, Montero, Smoke, two of which weren't brought up in this organization. But you have to believe it balances out a little bit, right? Because you go in with the idea that, all right, not everybody is going to hit. You're going to have some misses there. Somebody is not going to pan out. That's the nature of the business, and it happens in every organization. So you have to believe that if Zunino and Franklin turn into stars or turn into very good players, and you couple that with Seager being what he is, which I think is a little better than anybody expected, I would think that has to balance out what didn't work, right? That's the only fair way to look at it. And then you've got the three pitchers, and we'll see what they become. But I don't think you can put all of this weight on what didn't work and then say, well, yeah, those worked okay, but let's talk about what didn't work.
Well, I think the difference, maybe the problem or the difficulty in looking at it now is you got to, when you're analyzing Jack Z, you're in the last year of a deal.
Right.
The fifth year, this is it. You're going to be evaluated on where you are right now. Everything you said can be true, but the odds of it being true this year are probably long. I mean, I agree. I think you're going to get to see the three young pitchers, probably not till the end of the year. So it seems to me, and I don't think they're doing moves out of desperation or anything like that, but there is a sense that, hey, if we're not winning, if we're not looking like we're showing progress, if we have a season where we're 10 under 500 or whatnot, I don't know if it's going to matter who's looked good and who doesn't look good. I mean, I think at the end of the day, it's, hey, we are basically where we were when you got here. And it's unfair in a lot of ways because you're really only talking about the major league level, but I get the sense that's how it's going to be viewed this year. So those guys, can they save the Mariners situation? Well, if it leads to wins, I think they can. If it doesn't, I think in the last year of a deal, I don't know that it matters.
You think he's out?
If they're really bad, I think they're going to really have to consider it. I mean, unfortunately, I like what he's done with the organization. I agree with your points entirely about bringing guys up, and you got to give credit where credit is due in some cases. I think they've been incredibly unlucky. It sounds like with their top three guys who were all liked. But I think 5 years, fan base, things like that, you're expecting to see progress in the major league level, and you're not seeing it. So he could be in some trouble.
We'll see. Ultimately, I still will maintain they're going to be better than they were last year record-wise. I just think they have a better roster, and I feel like it's going to show itself. Maybe it won't. We'll see. Ultimately, wins and losses are the deal. Playoffs aren't part of the picture this year, so that's not make or break. If those two really show something, talking about Zunino and Franklin, and this team has a better record than last year, I think you'll see Jack Z and Wedge back.
Oh, I think so too. And it's still possible. As much as it doesn't feel like it right now, you've still got more than half the season left. It's not football, it's baseball. It kind of takes a long time. Like reading my shirt takes a long time.